Hello, beautiful souls. All right, let me first start out. If you're watching this video, let me thank you for being here on Earth as a human right now. That might sound funny, but this is no joke. And the more people that are waking up and understanding frequencies, everything is about frequency and vibration. The more of us that wake up and understand this and are able to really anchor in and protect themselves from frequencies, the better. Almost like a pushback effect. Anyway, that was weird. I hadn't expected to say that. But let me say thank you because you are here now at not an easy time. Okay, and if you think back in, recent-ish history, it has not been easy to be here on planet Earth, right? This is dense here. The thought forms and the slave mentality is real. Even though they want you to believe that we're free, right? But we think about the programming and the conditioning and the things that they do to try to keep us to conform. And it's interesting. So I've made videos about this, like, who is the they? When I say they. And I know a while ago I think I made a video. I can't remember if it's here or not, about the controllers. But we'll see. A whole bunch has been coming in about this for me, finally. We all are expanding in our gifting. And it's interesting because my friend Kathy and I, we've been working together again. And, I'm a natural amplifier for anybody. So their gifts, your gifts, if you have a session with me, your gifts will be amplified. It's not just a session. If we're friends and we're hanging out, I amplify your gifts. And I can also transfer my gifts onto you for a short period of time. So people around me feel extra gifted, which is the coolest gift to give somebody. But anyway, that's just meh. But the reason I'm saying that is because, Kathy and I have been working together and we boost each other. And so when we're working together and we're boosting each other, like amplifying each other, we are extra clear channels. Already pure channels, but extra pure. And so what that means is we have an even more enhanced awareness of what's happening. It's cool. It's cool. And anyway, I'm not going to talk a lot about that here, but I just want to say thank you for being here. This is not easy, being here right now. And I think I'll go way back. 2 or 3 years ago, I had this message about the satellites because they were beginning to, flood the atmosphere, outer atmosphere, with satellites at that time. And everybody was kind of excited because, everybody's gonna have better internet and whatnot. Anyway, my team came in really strong and said, watch the satellites. There is something about these satellites that is not what you think it is. They are. And so always I knew, and at that moment I saw at that time, that there were frequencies coming in from these satellites that were not what they were telling us they were. And this was like, I would have to look back exactly 2 or 3 years ago. I don't remember. And so I remember writing about satellites But what's been weird over the last year is that, I mean, I've gridded fully over the last 2 years with shungite, my house. Um, you know, EMF or whatever. But over the last 2 weeks, and my team is telling me it's been longer, but let me just say that the frequencies that have been coming in from these satellites while we're sleeping, it's only while we're sleeping, which is weird, at night when there is no sun. Anyway, these frequencies are messing with us, our thinking. When Kathy and I went in, it looks like they're scrambling our brains. And that is causing us confusion, self-doubt. And a lot of people are feeling like they're a burden. There's this whole thing of suicidal ideation that is coming in from these satellites. And so if you already kind of have a proclivity towards that, holy cow, it's really hard to be here right now. And for me, a couple times I woke up in a panic for no reason. Do you know what I mean? So and here's the thing, those of us that are aware or that are awakening and we're very sensitive to frequencies, we're feeling this. We are feeling something off. You might be waking up at night. See, I mean, I've been waking up at night for years, right? It's the spirit hour, or, I get messages in the middle of the night, or my team comes in and says, hey, pulling you out of astral, or whatever. Normal. This is not normal. This is newish in that they just turned the dial up. And so what I noticed is it was very overwhelming for my nervous system, almost trying to fritz me out. But here's the thing, we got tools, people. So, let me go back. So if you're feeling like depressed all of a sudden, if you're feeling very overwhelmed, you're feeling unlovable, like self-doubt for every for example, I've had a lot of very well-known healers come in and they're like, I'm a fraud. I feel like I'm a fraud. I don't even want to be here. I'm feeling suicidal. And I'm like, no, you're not a fraud. You're being fucked with. Okay. It is manipulation. And this is the one thing I have always said. You will master your mind, or your mind will be manipulated, and you will be controlled by their manipulation. Their manipulation. And so on this journey of awakening, we are needing to realize that we are not our thoughts, and we are not even our emotions, because both of those things can be influenced by frequencies. And if I've studied a lot of different things. I mean, I mean the government, all these, crowd control with frequencies. I mean, you can try to poo-poo this if you want, but this is real, okay? They can get somebody to feel anything that they want by sending out a certain frequency. And yes, they can pinpoint one person in the middle of a crowd. They could pinpoint me while I'm sitting here in my home next to my daughter, and she won't feel a thing. This is no joke. The other thing is that what they're doing is, and it started by Kathy and I both noticed that our animals at night were like staring off into space, and we're very agitated. So not at the same time, but like they would get like stare off into space, and then they would wake us up, and they keep waking us up all night. And so we went in and we looked. There is a very high tone frequency. And I say high tone because it's not really perceivable by humans, but it is by animals, and it is being shot in um at night, blanketed, and the animals are hearing it. And it very much is this scramble brain kind of thing, promoting conformity, trying to get you to doubt yourself, because when you doubt yourself, you have a hard time standing on your own based on what it is that your own belief system is. It's genius, really. But I see it. I do not consent. I do not consent. And so we're like, how can we, it's hard for the animals, right? Because they can perceive sounds and frequencies and vibrations, same thing, you know, beyond what we can. And so I went in and I was talking to my friend Joshua, and it was very clear that shungite and a bit of it will help with this. I was kind of joking around about, making my bedroom a Faraday cage, but I'm kind of not joking around. I like my windows though. I know how this sounds, but I'm serious too, fully serious. And if you have been feeling this self-doubt, not wanting to be here, you are not alone. And, I've had so many people. The other day, I think I had 4 different people I worked with and worked on clearing these thought forms. They are normal, and these people are normally not affected by this stuff. Like, I would say they are multidimensional galactic warriors. And so, but this one they didn't see coming because it's at night. It's kind of insidious. It has been turned up. So grab some shungite. What I was initially, I have 4 pyramids on the 4 corners underneath my bed, and then a sphere in the middle. So anchoring up, and then the sphere is blanketing all around. And so I did that, and the rest of my house is already gridded, but I'm doubling it right now. And that feels good. And I used to wear shungite all the time. I haven't worn it in a while. I've been wearing more hematite every day. But I'm going to be starting to add in some shungite. Mainly like right here for some reason. So like wearing a necklace as opposed to like a bracelet. And probably sleeping in it too right now. So this is what's happening. When Kathy and I went in and we looked at this, we saw these men. So Kathy works with her higher self in a very cool way, but I also work with my higher self in a different way. But her higher self said that they are coming. And it was like, and that this frequency thing is the initial onset of them coming. And so we're like, well, I'm like, who's they? That's my bazillion dollar question always. And they showed Kathy that it was men in suits. And I was like, so, and she was like, Men in Black. And I'm like, it feels more like Mr. Smith because, like from The Matrix with no face. Kathy saw them with no face, dressed in suits, like business suits. And so we're like, okay. And I'm like, and I could feel, so this is how we work, right? So I could feel that they were a hive mind. They were definitely not individuals like we are here. Even though we are all connected as one, we all have our unique energy signatures. They did not. And so we followed that up. And Kathy's like, okay, there's a king that is behind them. And as soon as she said that, it's the King of Orion. Like, so that's how I work. I just know stuff. And as soon as that came in, so we are under frequency attack to try to stop this ascension, to stop our own personal growth, to keep us conforming to keep us energizing this system. And when I saw it, it was not just Orion. There were several different species that are connected. And so, anyway, what's new? The more you know, seriously. So, what can we do besides Shungite, our bed? We can ground. Part of what's happening is that we are becoming very ungrounded by these frequencies. If you think about it, we get spinning, looping, ground in to Mother Earth. Remember that you are not your thoughts and you are not your feelings. Feelings are indicators, but we still, especially now, we need to ask, is this mine? What is this? What is this? That's what I ask. Is this collective? Is this incoming frequencies? Is this, what's happening right now? I'm not saying don't feel, but know what the heck is going on because we can be manipulated. Our body, our mind, these are instruments. And much like the cars that can be, controlled or drive without an actual driver, our bodies can be hijacked as well through frequencies. And it's not anything to be scared of because we are sovereign. And that's what the thing is. It's important to remember when this comes in, you're like, nope. And that's what I'm like, nope. I am sovereign. I am divinely guided and protected, and I do not consent. And usually, that's what I was saying earlier about the tools. There are things that we can do. So do not be disheartened. Do not be disillusioned or be disillusioned. Don't be illusioned. There is always something we can do. Always, always, always. We just have to tap in and tune in to know what it is. And for me, it's Yoga Nidra right now. What's new? Because nervous system reset. Nervous system reset. Yoga Nidra. Ali Boothroyd. Look it up online on YouTube. Because when you begin to get spinning, ground in and reset your nervous system. And all of a sudden, guess what? They have no power. You give them the power when you feel out of control in the looping. And then you are feeding them your energy in doing that. But by taking control, which is a joke. But being like, no, I can do something about this. This doesn't feel like this is not how I'm going to feel right now. This doesn't feel like mine. I'm going to do some nervous system reset. And as soon as you get there, all of a sudden, you are sovereign again. You are your own energy frequency that has not been manipulated. Try it. I love you guys. Again, thank you for being here. The more of us that begin to take control of ourselves, I mean, right? Take back our power, man. And anchor in sovereignty. Anchor in this idea that we refuse to be manipulated, the better. I mean, we know this is a snowball effect. As it gets going, as more and more people begin to do this, it becomes easier for more and more people to do this. So thank you for being here. I love you guys. Send me a message. I'll tell you what, there's been some weird stuff happening. My whole website went down. So there is absolutely nothing on my website right now. And I'm launching a new collaboration with Kathy today. So, I'm going to get busy with that. But feel free to message me in any way, on any of the platforms that I'm on. If you'd like to schedule an appointment, I'm going to get that set back up ASAP. If you want to schedule an appointment, if you're noticing that you are having racing mind out of control, looping, all of this stuff that I've been talking about, Kathy and I can clear you. It'll be really fast. We are dialing it in. It is no joke. And at least then you have a reset, full-on reset. And if you need somebody to help you with your mindset, I can help you with that too. Anyway, I love you. I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Love you.